what is going on, guys? This is the SS Ultimate Goku, back with another video, and today I'm going to be doing my Attack on Titan, episode 85 English dub review. A little late here, but we're going to get it done. So it was a big week, last week, but, still got the review to get going here, you know what I mean? This is an English dub, so again, we keep it as if this is the first time we're seeing it, because this is an English dub review. This is an English dub channel, so till the end of the season, we will have the pinned comments for these reviews. Anyways. So, this episode starts off with Jean basically envisioning like him in a future, basically with like happy life, with a wife and a child. A quite interesting sequence to start the episode. Then we see basically that he is basically dreaming and is basically kind of going mad. He reunites with Mikasa and Hanji and all the other people basically for the remaining system corps, as well as the Marleys, to stop Eren's intent for genocide. As they basically call it, and Hanji basically goes into a tantic about this, about how what he's doing is not justifiable in any way, and it is still genocide. And while in a way she is kind of right, but at the same time she's also kind of wrong, because the way I see it, and it's really kind of weird, actually talking about, because this is basically a war type anime at this point. Not that it wasn't already, but now we're really getting into strategies of war and genocide and people dying and whatnot, because this is what Attack on Titan is doing. They're really making it hard to really side with anybody on this, because the reason why Eren wants to wipe out everyone except for, his people is mainly because the mainlanders were going to do this to the island people. They were going to wipe out the entire island. This is why they were trying to get the Nine. This is why they were trying to get the powers back from Eren. This is why they sent Annie. This is why they sent Rhina. This is why they sent all these people over. And yet, then when Eren gets the power to basically have enough power to take them out, then all of a sudden it's not exactly right, even though they were going to do the exact same thing. So when people say this is not justifiable genocide, they're kind of hypocrites, because they're just as much as guilty as Eren at this point, because they're the ones that really kind of started this whole, they started this whole motion. So to me, the way I look at this, there's really no justice or heroes in any of the sides here, because they put it in the motion to begin with, because they wanted power and they wanted to control everybody, and then they were going to destroy the island. And then the island people, they wanted to be away from the people of Marley's, but yet, once they got enough power to do that, you got Eren now basically like, well, screw you, you guys tried to kill us, now I'm going to kill you all. So, really, at the end of the day, there really is no heroes in this. It's just basically now at the point where we want you gone because you guys wanted us gone, and we want you gone because we don't like you guys because you guys caused us chaos 2,000 years ago. Um, so we want to get rid of you guys, even though you guys you guys weren't the people that killed us 2,000 years ago, but you guys are related to those people, so we want you gone. See the circle of how do I say this? The circle of there's no peace among anybody at this point. Yeah. Anyways, yes, it is a very convoluted situation. And I guess it would take about 4 seasons to figure out. Oh wait, we're already at 4 seasons. Anyways, getting back to the episode here, we have Mikasa, and they're talking about what they're gonna do. Like I said, Hanji had her little speech, and and whatnot. And they were having to remind themselves of their friends like Marco, as well as Hanji bringing up all the scouts that had sacrificed themselves for the cause, that they had originally believed in at the time, when they had no idea that the people they were killing were actually Titans. The Titans that they were killing were actually humans and people. Their people. They had no idea about this, and Hanji always second guessed herself to what they would have thought, knowing what they know now, on whether they would have sacrificed for the cause or they would be in Erenite. It's a very, very interesting and very, very semantic moment by, in my opinion, by the people that were doing this episode, and talking about all the men that men and women who sacrificed themselves to the cause, and ends up turning out that what is it all for? For all these soldiers to now become these Erenites. So it is definitely a quite interesting way of looking at it from every angle here. They eventually get to the camp out in the forest. System Court. There's a heated debate between the Marlians as well to the people, from the scout regiments. This is all this is also while Hanji is making like stew with potatoes and stuff like that. Sure Sasha wishes I'm sure they wish all Sasha would be here. She'd love those potatoes. Anyways. Then there's a confrontation with Annie and Mikasa. And Annie basically talks to Mikasa, are you going to be able to, take out Eren? And there is this kind of hesitation with Mikasa, and then Mikasa is just basically like, well, why don't you just take me out now? Mikasa is just, totally on it, because you can tell Mikasa still loves Eren, and then they basically ask, can you convince him to not do this? And so there is this tension there. Mikasa, I don't know what Mikasa's gonna end up doing, but Mikasa, something, she wants to try and somehow, I guess, prevent him from carrying out what she wants to do. But at the same time, at this point, I don't know if there's like exactly a light in the end of the tunnel for Eren at this point with what he declared. Um, so Annie, and again, the Annie and Mikasa confrontation was a very, very good scene, I thought. Um, and you could tell the tension because Annie knows. Annie knows what Mikasa means to Eren, or Mikasa or Eren means to or Mikasa means to Eren, and she basically confronts him where you're not convinced to kill him. They are fighting over that matter again, and this again while Hanshi's just making stew, and they just don't know what Eren, be him having the founder Titan. After this, you get the our Meguron and Pixin, who revealed that she actually was a Marlian, by the way. Pixkin was actually a Marlian, having she basically faked her background to join Zeke, which was a shocker to a lot of them. And this was a big surprise to everybody. But then you get them talking. She talks to the Cart Titan about the whole thing, and she basically pets her, like, oh, it's whatever. Um, she basically is like, comforting the Cart Titan because the Cart Titan was all smart. Um, and this counters and confronts the actions about them. And she also eventually would bring up the whole thing about Marco, um, which that was a very, very solemn moment because, Annie and Rhino were the ones that knew about what happened, and Armin, Jean, Mikasa, all those people didn't know what happened to Marco, and they basically explained what happened to Marco, and we already knew what happened to Marco if you watched the earlier seasons of Attack on Titan, from season 2, I believe it was. They had revealed what happened to Marco. I think it was season 2, or maybe it was early season 3. I don't remember. But they basically had talked about Marco, and basically that they, he had seen what happened and they couldn't risk. So they took off his gear and basically let him get eaten by a Titan. Gabby and Falco plead with Jean to basically save their family in Marlian. But he basically just storms off on there. He's just like not having it. You know what I mean? He is just not having it. Like, he's just like, no. As, he was drinking with this whole conversation going on. They're like, no. No, 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 no. Yeah, and most of this episode was in the campfire. So And again, like the whole storming off thing, because again, they're just like, he just doesn't. Gene is just like the whole thing. The last couple episodes, he's just been very conflicted about the whole thing, but it's just not something I think he's ready for. Gene then goes to Rhino and savagely beats him up. And again, like I said, Gabby and Falco, plead to, save their family, but again, he storms off, and this is where the next morning happens, and Gene returns and agrees to join now, because now it's like he realizes like you got to do it. But he needed to beat the crap out of Rhino, I guess, to kind of do that. The next morning, they're in a cabin, or what's it called, a chariot or wheelbarrow thing. And he apologizes. Gene apologizes to Gabby, but he will not apologize to Rhino because he doesn't like Rhino. Cart Titan goes forward to the Cart Titan actually reports, like he reports to them about how the while they're on there, about how basically the Erenites now have the port. They intercepted the boat port, which had the that person from, I forget what island it was from, but she's from like another place in the mainland. Where Mikasa's mom was from. And she's basically held hostage, and you got one of the leaders of the Erenite has a gun pointed to her, basically. And that's how the episode ends. It's a very standard episode. Like I said, most of it took place in the campfire. And very interesting to see where they go with this, because they've gone completely more into a war direction. And as you probably already guessed, in the middle of the episode, we didn't really cover it because it's not that really informative. It's kind of obvious. They were kind of really quick on this one, but we already kind of talked about in the review, is the public disclaimer information as, quote, Hanji stew. Made with the ingredients pilfered for nearby villages, this stew cooked by Hanji contains right amounts of potatoes to help fill the stomach. That's basically it. Is basically she made a stew that basically fills the stomach. So it must be really good. But that was basically all. There was nothing really that informative unless you're interested in Hanji's cooking abilities, I guess. So that was the public disclaimer. Like I said, kind of a very impactful episode, because you're getting all the grievances for the characters. The grievance for the characters, what Hanji is thinking, from second guessing to all the characters that had passed on for the cause of what they were doing, that they had believed at the time was the right thing to do, and now they know it's, they were killing their own people. Having all these people that don't like each other basically having to work together. You had Levi, still recovering. He gave his command about, the annoying debates. He was, like, hey, you gotta stop. While he's still bandaged up, by the way. You had, Gabby and Falco. They wanted to kind of, people join forces. Gene was still not fully on board. Now Gene is, though he had to beat the shit out of Rhina because Rhina betrayed them, and they were, friends. obviously at one point an ally, or at least they thought they were allies. You know, and obviously he got Marco killed, and so that was why he had beat the crap out of him. The Annie and Mikasa confrontation was quite interesting. I think there will be something there. Because, again, Mikasa, you know, has been loyal to Eren since the beginning. She genuinely loves Eren. We know that. Everybody knows that by now, that, you know, Eren, or Mikasa at least, was in love with Eren. And I think Eren somewhat kind of reciprocated that as well at the end of, I think it was season 2, was it? It was at one of the ends. Or maybe it was the end point of the 3rd season, I don't remember. But there was quite an interest there, and you know, trying to convince him to not do it would be quite interesting at this point. But again, I should say this right now, and no matter what happens, all sides are wrong. All sides are wrong. It's not just Eren. Alright? It's not Eren. It's not just Eren. Because this was all directly caused by the main islanders. They wanted to destroy the other people. And so they really caused this more than Eren. Eren gave the chain reaction to what they were doing once he got the power that they wanted to take from the islanders. So in a way, I can't feel one way or the other, in my opinion. You know, like you said, you got your blonde-haired person. You know, she was, basically what, like, well, no, she was just basically, you know, sucking up to the Card Titan and, you know, bringing up the whole Mikasa thing, or, I'm sorry, Marco thing, and that was basically it. You know, she's got really no part in this anymore now, because, you know, Zeke's gone. The only thing that was interesting is that she was a Marleyan, you know, but in reality, she wasn't a Marleyan. She lied to Zeke about that. But yeah, quite interesting episode review. Or quite interesting review in itself. Watching this episode was quite interesting. Like I said, I'm not really too keen on the direction that they went with Attack on Titan. I would have liked more of a happier ending to this, but they really kind of went wacky on this and kind of went more into a direction of this person and this person caused something, so this person's retaliating, but it is in a way where it comes off as wrong. But then at the same time, they kind of caused it because they wanted to do the same thing. So I just am not really a fan of this decision that they went into. I would have rather them just kind of do what they were kind of do with the Titans, and, you know, the Islanders do what they need to do and form treaties and kind of be end with it. But they didn't do that. They were just like, nope, we're just gonna totally be dicks. So yeah, this is where Attack on Titans is right now. I don't know how many episodes are left. For right now. Because I think there's gonna be a part 3 coming up soon. So I think there might be another intermission. Yeah, I know, but soon. But nonetheless, right now, this is where we're at with the dub. Again, this is as if the first time we've seen it. So again, we have the pinned comments up for us dub watchers, and, you know, as well. You know, let me know what you guys think about this. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about the review? What do you guys think? comment, rate. If you like for my videos, please subscribe. I like to hear what you guys think about this episode. We do have all the other reviews as well for this season, or this part, I should say, of this season. So, you know, you can go comment to those and watch those videos as well. Comment, rate, hit that bell for all these contents, and that's about it, guys. We have a Discord link in the description too. That's about it. I'm the Ultimate Goku Moderate. Peace!